Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Today is Tuesday, guys, and I want to talk to you about something that influences all areas of your life. It's not just about food, it's not just about health, it's not just about fitness. This behavior or approach affects all areas of your life and all progress in your life and everything that works in your life and doesn't work in your life. So very important topic and very practical. And it's not something that I've read a lot about or researched a lot about. It just kind of like personal lesson, personal experience, and of course life and other people and all these different things that teach our lessons in life. But anyway, I'll start with a little bit of backstory. So a couple of days ago, somebody on my social media, I actually hear it quite a lot, a guy who I never really talked before, he just follows me on social media, and he said, "I admire your discipline and commitment and perseverance and showing up daily." But the first phrase was, "I admire your discipline." To what I said, I don't have any discipline. I have good self-management skills. And it's not that I have them, I just learned them. And now I'm 32, I just recently turned 32, and I feel like I'm finally somewhere where I can say I have good self-management skills. It's something that we learn. It requires self-awareness and self-reflection. And also, by default, you're not going to get it just because you're getting older. Some people never get good at managing self. And this is probably one of the most important skills that anyone can learn. But that requires time, again, self-reflection and work. And then he asked, so what's the difference between discipline and self-management? And today we are talking about that. What's the difference between discipline and self-management? And why I say that I'm not great at discipline. And I don't even believe in discipline. I don't think it's a good idea to be disciplined. I do believe it's an amazing idea and life skill to get good at managing self or get good at self-management. So what's the difference between discipline? And of course, before even answering that question, I looked up definitions, and self-management is not that well defined, meaning there are a lot of different definitions and they don't tell you a lot of practical things. But discipline specifically, it's obeying the rules. So that's what means discipline. That's what discipline means. And whether those rules imposed on you by someone else or something else, your life circumstances, or your own rules. And so the difference in my mind, and what I believe the core difference between discipline and self-management, it actually consists of a few things. It's a mindset change. So discipline feeds all or nothing behavior. That's why I don't believe discipline is a good idea. What I mean by that? Discipline is about saying to yourself, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning from now on, no matter what, no matter life throws my way, no matter when I go to bed or what's happening in my life, I'm gonna wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning because that's what high achievers or people who I admire do. And that's what's maybe the right thing to do, right? Somebody who practices self-management says, I'm gonna wake up at optimal time for me to do the most important for me work, to show up in a meaningful way for life and to reach the goals that I need to reach. And I'm also gonna take into account how I feel and how what I'm going through in life. So for example, I'm an early riser, I'm a lark, so I'm naturally an early riser. But sometimes I would set myself this goal. I'm gonna wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning from now on. And a lot of times that wouldn't happen. And it wouldn't happen simply because, because I had, work, and I went to bed at normal hour, actually at 9 a.m. But on that day, I trained a lot, I worked a lot, and I didn't feel like in 7 hours of sleep, I would get enough sleep. So, I would wake up with my alarm and I would turn it off and allow myself to sleep. And then I would wake up still a decent hour at like 5 a.m. or 5:30. But of course, at first, my mind was like, you're a failure, because you said you're going to wake up at 4 a.m. and you didn't. But that's what, discipline does to you. It tells you, you're either a success and you wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning, or you are a failure even if you wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. And so self-management is about understanding where you are in life, be accepting your human condition. So when you work more, when you work out more, you might need more sleep. Accepting that and creating a schedule that makes sense in your life, that makes you a better you. So for me, it makes sense to wake up at 5:30 right now, because that's when I feel rested. And then in the morning, I feel like I'm on top of the world and I can do and achieve anything. And that's what's meaningful to me, that energy levels. It doesn't really, like waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning instead of 5:30 doesn't really change much in my life. But what changes a lot is how I wake up, how energetic I feel, how well rested and recovered I feel. That also contributes to my emotional and mental energy and health. And so self-management is about understanding all of these details about my lifestyle and about my health and about my human condition, and changing my schedule based on that. Not based on somebody else's rule. Like, yeah, maybe Seth Godin, wakes up at 4:30 and he's done with his blogging by 5 a.m. Joko Willing, Navy SEAL, who's super popular on social media, who I admire, he also wakes up almost every single day 4:30 or 4, and probably he doesn't go to bed by 8 or 7 to get 8.5 hours of sleep. The point is, you can think that, or, because they do it, everybody can do it. Not everybody can do it, and not everybody should do it. The most important thing is to create the rules that work in your specific situation and that are meaningful to you. And that's what self-management is about, compared to discipline that doesn't really care about your personality or your personal lifestyle or your health history or nothing really. And discipline, again, it promotes that all or nothing behavior, whereas self-management allows you to move to your meaningful goals gradually. Again, making sure that you know yourself, you know your lifestyle, you know your goals, you know what's important to you and how you function the best, and basing your lifestyle on that. Then discipline also, a lot of times people who are trying to get good at discipline, they're setting rules for themselves that don't make sense. Whereas self-management is about setting the rules that, not even the rules, but creating a routine that works meaningfully for your goals. So for example, discipline. I'm gonna eat vegetables and fish and nothing else until I lose all the weight that I need to lose. That's discipline. That, doesn't really tell you anything about your personality or your past eating history or your schedule or your routine or your food preferences. Self-management is saying, okay, I want to lose this weight. Not I need because somebody thinks I need, but I want to feel better and look better. And because of that, I understand I need to change my eating habits. But I'm not a fan of fish or a lot of vegetables, but maybe I can stick to, I don't know, high fat, low carb, but no vegetables diet for a while, and stick to good quality meats and eggs. That will make my life easier for a while, until I do what I need to do, get the progress, and then change it to something else. That's what I can stick to. Discipline is about saying, I'm going to eat one meal a day from now on, even though I have no idea why. Self-management is about, okay, I probably need to create more order in my eating habits and stop snacking less because it's proven to be not so good for gut health and for hunger management and blood sugar management that is proven to be unhealthy when you have blood sugar spikes. And because of that, I'm going to have what I feel will work for me, let's say 3 meals a day. At the schedule that is convenient for me, that works for me. That's what self-management is about. Discipline usually has a lot of negative self-talk. So you're a failure or a success. You either go to the gym every single day at 6 a.m. in the morning, or you're a failure and you go nowhere and eat pizza watching Netflix instead. That's what discipline does to you. It creates this cycle of all or nothing, and you're either a failure or success, and you cannot be somewhere in between. You either do everything 100%, even though it makes no sense for you personally, or you do nothing, and you're a failure and are not worth of anything good in this life until you figure out your own shit. Self-management allows you to accept you where you are, and learn when things don't exactly work for you. And instead of calling yourself a failure and eating pizza and watching Netflix, you ask yourself, why can't I go to bed earlier, and why can't I wake up refreshed and early because of that? Like, how can I do it better, and does it make sense for me to go to bed early and wake up early? What can I learn from this about myself? How can I change my lifestyle or adjust my lifestyle so I have more energy to contribute to my life and to my goals, and so I wake up in a better mood? Or for example, with self-management, you can ask yourself, okay, I wanted to stop snacking, but the whole week passed and I've been snacking almost every single day, even though I wanted to stop it. Why did it happen? Why couldn't I stop? Was it because somebody else around me was snacking? Was it because there was too much tempting food around me? Was it because I wasn't eating enough at my main meals? Was it because I didn't have any reminders and because I got overwhelmed with my lifestyle and my work and my family commitments? I just couldn't put my mind to it. Like, what was it that made me not do what I wanted to do, what I feel is meaningful in my life? And then you explore that and you apply strategies to manage that behavior if it still feels like it's something meaningful to you and something that you want to do. And you don't call yourself anything. You learn from yourself to manage yourself better, your personality, your particular life situation, to manage yourself better, to reach meaningful to you goals. Self-management, it feels good because it allows you to move forward in the areas of life that are meaningful to you, where you want to what you want to work on. Self-management allows you to move gradually, accepting yourself and taking into account your personality traits, your life situation, your work situation, your health situation. So it allows you to accept yourself, explore yourself, discover yourself, learn more about yourself, and learn how you can manage what you have in life to get to where you need to go, to your goals, be that health, be that body fat, be that better metabolism, be that improved chances of healthy longevity, be that again more energy to improve, to invest into the project, into family life, into personal life, into your work, be that practices like meditations that will improve your mental health and how you feel about yourself. So that's all is about self-management, and that's what I'm good at. I'm not good again, like if there is a stupid goal that I just want to commit to, like waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning for no good reason, feeling tired and underslept and cranky the rest of the day, so I don't stick with that. Like that falls off really fast from me. So I'm not good at following rules. Like I'm just not. But I am good at managing myself. And so if I feel like the best for me is to wake up in the morning somewhere around 5 a.m. having 8 hours of sleep, then what I do, I make sure that I put myself to bed at somewhere around 9:30, and that I do some meditation, or I listen to Sam Harris' lesson in his Waking Up meditation app that just always puts me to sleep with good thoughts, and I always wake up refreshed, in a good mood, in a good mental state. I also know that, for example, caffeine after 12 p.m. will disturb my sleep, and I wouldn't be able to go to sleep, and I wouldn't be able to sleep that well. So I don't drink coffee after 12 p.m. anymore. Also, I know that if I watch something before going to bed, I will always have poor quality of sleep, and I would wake up not feeling as refreshed as I usually do. And so I don't watch anything before going to bed. Instead, I listen to my meditation app. And so this is about self-management. Not about discipline. Not at all. I don't follow and obey any rules that don't make sense to me in my personal situation. And you shouldn't either. And that's why also all or nothing behaviors, binging, not going anywhere, instead watching hours of TV, whereas I know that I'm going to feel much better if I connect with other people and I actually do something active. All those behaviors, they stopped once I stopped trying to obey some stupid rules that didn't make sense in my life and that didn't respect my personal traits and my personal situation. So instead, now I manage myself, and I don't have all these all or nothing behaviors that very often sabotage ourselves and very often put us back in life, not forward. And that feels really, really frustrating, at least for me. And that's why you too need to forget about discipline and obeying and following the rules that don't make any meaningful sense to you, that don't contribute to any meaning to your life. And instead, you gotta start figuring out your priorities, your goals, and figuring out where you are right now and how to get from where you are right now to where you want to go, managing yourself and respecting yourself, your personality and your life commitments, your work commitments, managing yourself, tracking the progress from where you are today to where you want to be. So for example, again, let's take a very practical example. Weight loss. If you're somewhere right now when it comes to your weight and you want to be in a different place, maybe, also for health reasons, so many reasons, then you got to figure out a couple of strategies that you're going to apply. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't do everything all together. So figure out a couple of things you need to work on. Usually it's diet and exercise, and then commit with a couple of habits or with one habit in each of this based on your schedule, based on your commitments, based on what is doable for you. So for example, when it comes to exercise, maybe you can't go to the gym every day, but maybe you can buy a couple of adjustable dumbbells and do some exercise for like 20 minutes every single day, watching some YouTube videos with workouts. That is doable for a lot of people, compared to going to the gym, getting dressed, getting there, getting undressed, changing, and all of that. It's a lot of time, and I understand that we're all busy. A lot of times we don't have that time. And then when it comes to healthy eating, instead of starting some crazy diet that you're not going to follow because you tried so many times and you haven't changed, guys, you have you for your whole life, and some core personality traits will not change, or at least not that fast. So instead of going on some crazy diet, just stop snacking for this week or a couple of weeks, or add a bowl of vegetables at the beginning of each of your meal, because the more vegetables and fiber and vitamins and minerals you'll eat, the less of other stuff you'll eat, because your stomach has a capacity and you cannot put too much stuff into it 3 times a day. So maybe that's going to be your thing. And the most important thing is the progress forward. Doesn't matter really how fast, because you have your whole life in front of you. There is no rush, guys. And most of the time, the crazier the strategy you choose, the slower you're gonna get the progress, because you're just gonna give it up. You're gonna get stressed, and then you're gonna get right back to where you were, or even further backwards. So yeah, just a couple of strategies, and then you do them. Again, respecting your lifestyle, respecting your personality, respecting your life and work commitments. And that's it. So stop being good, stop trying to be good at discipline, and start learning about yourself, discovering what you are about, what your life is about, and where you want to be, I don't know, in a month, say in 6 months, in a year, in 5 years from now, and apply a couple of strategies and start moving forward. That's it. Be good at self-management, not at meaningless discipline. That's the message of today. If you have any questions, if you need more tools, if you need more advice, if you're just not sure and confused where to start, guys, I have this coaching session that I do for a few more days that you can take advantage of. And basically during this session, we will talk about and get focused real quick on where you are, where you want to be, and what can you do in your situation to start moving forward consistently for continuous progress. So take advantage of that. It's not going to be there for long, probably for a couple of more days, and start getting the progress you want, respecting yourself and where you are in life right now. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I love you all. Thank you for being here with me, staying with me, listening to me, and working on yourself, improving the world for yourself and people around you. So thank you for that. And as usual, till next time, eat better daily.